Hey everyone, this is Eric Jacobus, the Stuntman. I'm going to teach you how to do a backfall. Just a quick heads up, the backfall is one of the more dangerous stunt falls because of the strain that it puts on your neck. So this is going to be one of the more in-depth tutorial videos because I'm going to walk you through not just how to do the fall, but also how to prep for it, warm-ups that you can do, stretches, and the cool down as well. Since the backfall is so back intensive since you're landing on your back, you should work in some deadlifts into your workout regimen. When I'm doing deadlifts, sometimes the weight that I'm putting on the bar is actually more than my grip can handle. And so for that reason, I use wrist straps sometimes. And these are some wrist straps I have from Riptoned. I really recommend them. They will give you the added grip that you need to lift the bar beyond your grip strength. They also have them in this nice pink color, if that's your thing. And since you're also going to be doing a lot of jumping for the backfall, you should be doing squats and calf raises as well. Flexibility is also important when you're doing stunt falls, and for the backfall, you need to work on flexibility in your hamstrings, your core, and your arms as well. And for that, I recommend doing dynamic stretches. I like to start out by doing forward leg swings, and when you're doing leg swings, don't just swing your leg up as hard as you can. Engage your hip flexor and bring your leg up in controlled movements. Also do arm swings, same basic idea. You're not just throwing your arms up wildly like this. You're doing controlled movements, and you're going to your max each time. And then lastly, for your trunk, you can do forward bends and trunk twists. All right, so now that you've warmed up and you've done all your dynamic stretches and everything like that, you're gonna start prepping for the fall. And I like to do some standing jumps and acclimate my inner ear by doing some backward rolls, and I'll also do some small, like seated back falls. And that just kind of gets my body primed for when I do the big fall itself. So that brings me to the big fall. There are 3 different variations of the back fall that I'm going to walk you through. There are probably more, but I'm just going to focus on these 3. The first one is called the opera fall. This is the one that they do in Hong Kong movies, and it comes from the Peking Opera because it's the one that they would do on stage. This fall relies much more on upward momentum. Start this fall by jumping pretty much straight up into the air. You're going to throw your arms up, and your legs are going to come up. And when your legs start coming up, you can reach down with your arms and start looking for the ground, because that's what's going to break your fall. There's no need to slap out, just put your arms down. When you feel the ground coming, finish kicking your legs up over your head and land on the middle to upper part of your back. Okay, backfall number 2. This is the Pratfall. This is the fall that they did in like the old black and white vaudeville movies where it looks like they almost fall down on their butt. This fall doesn't require as much height. It's much more about seeing the actor's face. Start out by doing a single leg or a double leg takeoff. Either one works for this. You're going to immediately look for the ground with your arms. And your arms are going to be what supports you when you hit the ground. Push yourself to your middle to upper back, just like in the opera fall. The Pratfall is also good for doing back falls with forward momentum. Okay, last but not least, backfall number 3, and this one's called the taco. At first glance too, the taco looks like it's a really dangerous fall, but the way that it's done, the way I'm going to show you how to do it, actually makes it a very safe fall. Start out doing the taco almost like you're going to jump back into a back handspring. What you're doing right now is you're creating potential energy with your body. That arch that you're creating, when you retract that into the taco position, that's going to absorb your fall. So when you go up, throw your arms over your head into that arch. When you feel the ground with your hands, that's when you know to kick your legs over and tuck your chin. Your legs are going to absorb the impact of the fall. After you're done with your back falls, do some isometric stretches. The first one I like to do is a shoulder stretch, and you grab a beam, this is my cane from Rope It Up 2, and go up over your head and go to your back. And when you get to your back, squeeze your shoulder blades together for 3 seconds. Do this 5 or 6 times, and on the last stretch, do it for 30 seconds. Do the same on the ground with some Supermans or Supermen. And lastly, do seated hamstring isometric stretches by sitting in an L position so that your hamstrings feel a little bit tight, and then just raise your leg up off the ground. Do this, also 5 to 6 times, 3 seconds each. The last one hold for, if you can, 30 seconds. After you're done with all that, cool down with some static stretching. When you're training stunt falls at the gym, especially the back fall, don't do it to get like a workout. You should be training this fall so that it doesn't hurt you. That's the goal of a good stunt performer, is to be able to do a fall multiple times. Padding for this fall, I recommend getting a spine protector or a gator back. Get a pelvis protector as well for your lower back, and elbow pads. Well, thank you for watching this tutorial video. I hope you learned a thing or two. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. You can check out other tutorials. I'll be posting more in the future. Also check out Rope-A-Dope 2, which is our latest short film, and you can see some of these falls in action. And I'll post a link to where you can get these rip-toned wrist straps. They help you lift beyond your grip strength and can really add a lot of strength to your back to help you with your back fall. So thanks again, and happy safe stunting out there, or something like that. Yeah, break a leg.